Hey guys, so I'm in Manhattan Beach, California. Let's have a chat about my time here in California and my feelings about LA and Thailand and everything else. Let's have a chat. So when I used to live in Los Angeles, Manhattan Beach was one of my favorite places to come. Even though it's probably a little closer for me to go to Santa Monica or Venice Beach, there was just something about Manhattan Beach. It's a little more chill. It's not as touristy, and there's also like great coffee shops and bagel shops. And I often would come down here by myself a lot of times, just grab a coffee and bagel. When I was a runner, I used to run along the beach, which was a super great run to be down here on like a Saturday morning, running across the boardwalk and even up and down this pier that I'm sitting on right now. So I have really good memories being here. I'm meeting a friend for lunch today, my friend Brett, who I worked with many years ago at Sony. He lives down here, so we're meeting for lunch, and I had a little time to kill, so I got down here early and thought I would just do a video to kind of talk about how I'm feeling about being in LA again. I've been here over a month, and I've got about 10, 11 more days to go. So when I get back to Thailand, I will have been gone about 6 weeks. And I'm here for work. If you didn't know, you've seen my post probably about my moderating. That was the main impetus for me to come on this trip. Also just to see editors and publicists and friends and just kind of be here in LA and kind of show my face. And thankfully, like, the moderating's been very good. My goal was to do 10 panels. I've done 10, or I will have done 10 by the time I leave. And who knows, maybe a couple more will pop up last minute, but 10's a good number. That's what I wanted. And I've seen pretty much everybody I've wanted to see. It's been a really good balance of work and friends and staying with friends, so that's been really nice. The number one question I've been getting asked a lot is, how do I feel about being back in LA? Because I lived here pretty much 25 years with a little gap in there when I lived in New York and when I met Boyd. You know, it's interesting being back. It's nice to be back. The weather's fantastic, because when I left Thailand, it was the end of the hot season, so it was 100-degree temperatures, 100% humidity. It was really, really hot in just that time of year. So coming here where the temperatures are like in the 70s or 80s and the nights get down in the 50s and 60s. Even right now, I'm here in Manhattan Beach, we're by the water, but it's probably in the low 70s. Really nice, a little windy. If you're noticing the camera shaking, that might be it. But it's just a little slice of heaven, and it does bring back good memories. I would say, as far as being in LA, it's been very familiar, because I lived here a long time, and thankfully I remember how to get around. I remember how to drive, because I don't drive in Thailand, but I do here. For the most part, it's been really good. People ask, like, do you ever miss it here? Do you ever think about coming back? The big response to that is not really. Like, I do love being back. I don't miss it. I think when Boyd and I decided to move to Thailand, it was like the right time for us. We were ready for the move. We were ready for change. I definitely had never lived in another country before, and even though I'd been to Thailand several times, it was definitely different to just move there. So that was a big change, but a welcome change, and I was ready for it. And I was ready to try all the different things and try to learn the language. Pomput Pasatay di Nitnoy Kap. Still very little Thai, but I can speak some. That's been nice. And it's also very easy in Bangkok to get around without knowing too much Thai, because English is everywhere. But yeah, as long as I've been here this trip, it's been very nice. It's very comfortable. But yeah, not once have I thought, I wish we were still here. I haven't really thought that. It's been nice to get back once or twice a year. I think this year will be the start of me coming back once a year for work. It won't be as long as this trip. This one's going to end up being 6 weeks, which I didn't necessarily want to be gone that long, but the work was there. So the moderating has been very good. So I got to town the end of April, and within 36 hours, I was moderating my first panel. That was the Valerie Bertinelli panel for her movie Love Again on Lifetime. And then my last panel is actually on June 5th. It's a Zoom virtual panel, but still a panel, with Matthew Rhys to talk about The Beast in Me for Netflix. And then also next week I have a Matlock panel in person with Kathy Bates and the cast. And I have another virtual panel with Jack Thorne, who created and wrote The Lord of the Flies, the Netflix series, which is a must-watch. I wrote about it. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link in my description here. But it's been a really good balance of work and seeing people and just enjoying the time here. Like even today, just the fact that I had some time to come out and wander around the beach a little bit, which I used to come on this pier all the time. And sometimes I'd be sitting on this bench with bagel and coffee. And here I am again. No bagel and coffee yet, because I'm going to go have some sushi here in a little bit. But it's really nice. So Overall, I would say, it's definitely Thailand is starting to feel more like home, where I feel like that's where I am supposed to be. That's where I need to be. Boyd's not with me on this trip, so I want to get back to him and Mango and Miso, of course. Boyd and I do FaceTime every day for a little bit, usually when he wakes up, so it's my afternoon. Late afternoon when he usually wakes up, and after about an hour or so, then we'll get on FaceTime for a little bit and catch up or anything we have to talk about. So I know he's ready for me to come back. I'm ready to come back. I'll finish up these last 10 days or so with some work, and then I'll be heading back to Thailand. But so I think I'll probably start coming back around this time every year, because work-wise it makes sense, given there's a lot of FYC panels. I do really miss moderating. I've written about that also on Substack, so you can read those stories about my adventures in moderating. But I did one the other night for the comeback, and with Michael Patrick King, Lisa Kudrow, the whole cast. It was a really great panel, probably one of the best panels I've ever done, mostly because they're so good together and they're a really tight-knit group. But I was able to ask a lot of questions I wanted to know, and I thought the audience wanted to know. Even asked Lisa about a little friends nod that you'll see in one of the episodes. I think it's episode 3, that's the one they screened. But, I kind of wanted to ask, was that a big thinking point about, do we want to include this? Because it does break the fourth wall a little bit, even acknowledging Friends, given it's Lisa Kudrow as Valerie Cherish. But of course, we all know her as Phoebe. And they talked about that, and they said that, when they zoom in on the Friends title, Valerie's not in the shot, so it's really like a little inside joke for us, or just a little inside wink, that Friends also shot on the same stage that the show within the show is shooting, but also the comeback did shoot on the same stages, stage 24 on the Warner Brothers lot. So it was really cool to talk about that stuff. So the panel was fantastic, and that kind of stuff is why it kind of proved to me, it's like, yes, I should be coming back to do these, because I always love moderating, and when you get a really good panel like that, it just kind of acknowledges that for yourself, even just that, that was really fun. So all in all, I will say LA will be a regular stop when we come back to the States. Work is always a good reason to come, but it's also, I still have so many friends here and people I want to see, so that's been a really good thing. So for now, I'm going to enjoy the next 10 days or so that I'm here. Today I'm at the beach. It doesn't suck. It's beautiful. I'm going to go have some good sushi with my friend, and then probably head back into the city a little bit and see some other people. But yeah, that's it. So when people want to know, are you thinking about moving back? Would you ever move back? I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening anytime soon. It may never happen as far as moving back. I think we're really enjoying Thailand and kind of settling roots there, or digging in roots there. So I think for now anyway, we'll see what the future holds. You never know. We always say who knows? Never say never. But for now, that's where we're meant to be. So thanks for letting me talk about it a little bit. I've been wanting to do this for the last week or two, and I finally made the time, and I thought this was a perfect setting to do so. So yeah, so thanks so much, and I'll see you very soon back in Thailand. All right. Khap khun krap.